Britain is getting wetter. In the last few weeks, Storm Henk brought widespread flooding and damaged about 2,000 properties. And with climate change expected to double the number of homes and businesses at risk of flooding by the middle of the century, how can we better adapt? This estate in Sussex thinks it has part of the answer.
Sort of 1860, our family got funded to drain this wetland. So we removed the water from its old meander, we pushed it into the side of the floodplain and created a canal.
Around 15 years ago, they began undoing all of these modifications to restore the river back to its natural state and shape. Is essentially what you've done, taken what was made a very straight river and made it bendy.
Yes, essentially that's exactly what we've done. And the reason you're doing that is because if you straighten something, you can speed the water up, you can get rid of it from your area quickly. But then you've got problems downstream. So by meandering it, you're making the water travel further within your landscape. You're also giving the water opportunities to then spill out onto the floodplain itself.
Being out here is amazing. You've got these ponds that will be coming and going with the seasons, and in spring they'll be full of frog spawn. You've got reeds and marshy plants, and then throughout the whole landscape this really twisty-turny river snaking through. It's really picturesque, but it's also really counterintuitive because we don't like flooding. People don't want their land to flood. In fact, for centuries we've tried to stop floodplains and wetlands from flooding so that it can be used for more useful things. So why would the team here at Knepp put so much effort into making their land flood again?
I think we perceive flooding as a bad thing because we see it flooding things that we don't want to flood. So roads, houses, obviously bad. But flooding is meant to happen. Rivers do use their floodplains and we need that space for flooding, but we need it to be in the right place out of harm's way.
In the UK, 97% of our rivers have been changed in some way to suit modern life better. So is stopping flooding as simple as returning all of these rivers to their meandering shapes and connecting them back to their floodplains?
If we look at the floods we've recently had throughout January, river restoration wouldn't have stopped those. The river channels and the soils, everything was really at capacity, saturated, full of water. However, if we look at smaller events, then there is potential to make a difference and reduce the impact.
The other problem is practicality. These rivers have been changed over decades and now there are homes, farmland, businesses and roads on what was once floodplains. So it's clear this is not a solution that will work everywhere. But with wetter winters to come, we'll need to find all the solutions we can. Mickey Carroll, Sky News.